Let's see if I can make it. Can I make it? Oh yeah. I made it silent. Oh yeah. No more hey listen. Yeah. How's it going? Alright. We gotta be doing some catch up. Hey, tomato ketchup. Yeah. This is gonna be it's Friday. It's gonna be fun. See, we're gonna have to we gotta paint on this guy. I need to look at ref for once because we gotta be efficient. I spent some time yesterday on the female native. Turned out pretty good, I think. You know, obviously, I would love to spend some more time on it, but you know, you know. I think that's pretty close. Let's copy and let's see if we can do this. Yeah, that would go. So we got horse skull ref, and we got horsey ref. Oh man, time is of essence. I don't have a lot of it. My calculations yesterday about the amount of time I have that I have spent on the characters, which is 1 hour, 1 hour less. Crazy. Hey Chilstrand, Bruno Romanos, Rags Atski, how's it going? I am on my second net. I have 2 lines, and this one might be a little bit sluggish. So let me know how the stream is. Hey Sayart, how's it going? So like I said, I spent some more time on this one. It's all very rough. You know, it's not very detailed, but at least it's a little bit of a progress than the most recent version of her. We'll see. We'll see if I should submit. Really, I should try to finish the submission and the competition. So we'll see. We'll see. Hopefully, everything will go okay. Hey JPX in GJX, hello. And how's it going, everyone? Cheers, man. The dead horse. Yeah, we're gonna be doing. Let me show you the general direction for those who have not been a part of the stream. So there are these kind of zombie type guys. The idea is that there's been a comet strike in the Wild West. And it kind of goes Dead Space a bit. This left guy doesn't have the blue glowing bits, which I will be adding to him. So these are like the bad guys, generic bad guys. So that's what we are gonna be. Now we're doing like a bespoke character, right? Like one of the bad guys riding on a horse. Yeah, it's like the Tarzan, like oh, whatever Tarzan sound is, and then Sayar's like, "I'm needed," and he comes running, or he just smells it. Yeah, Bruno, I know I'm cheating. I'm gonna use a photo of a horse. Hey, Gria. Good morning. YLMC. Thanks for the auto host. Much appreciated. What are these? Dropped frames. Dropped frames. Oh, shit. Oh, well. Oh, well. Right, so it's time. It's time to get started. Let's start the timer, the countdown, and let's try. Oh, one second, one second, one second. Whatever. Yeah, yeah. No, it's important. It has to be 79 day 16. Doesn't take long to change. There we go. There we go. Right. So, judging by the ref, I wasn't way off without using a reference for a horse. I'd say I was pretty close. It's not too bad. I must say I'm a little bit pleased over my attempt at a horse. Way better than most of you guys. Let me try one thing. Let me try a little hack here. It's Friday. So, what's everyone's plans for the weekend? What's the plan? What is the plan? Ah, why isn't it showing? Beehive texture? Texture? No, it's just gonna create. I don't want those segments. I want the layers. Beehive layers? No, then I just get beehive farm stuff. Ah! Stupid. I don't want that. Beehive. Let's spell it wrong. No, 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 no. Oh, wasp nest. Wasp nest. Boom. That was what I was looking for. Fantastic, fantastic. You guys are not seeing it, so let me show you. I'm looking for kind of like these layers. I wanna try to cheat by taking some time at finding the reference, almost, and then ideally, oh, that looks fucking nasty. Ideally, holes. Ideally, we can speed up the process of painting and detailing by cheating. Cheater, cheater. But I'm not finding what I want to find. Okay, let's try. Just let's try to make it. Let's see what it does. If my cheat would work. So the idea of my cheat, right, is to take a segment like that, move that segment like that, like shape it just a little bit, and kind of use a layer setting, like kind of like that, but without the darkness. So that when I do these kind of things, I can just like quickly cheat, get some noise in there, so that in the detailing process, I can easily speed it up. Set it to soft light, most likely. Or hard light. Kind of, yeah. So you get these random acts of shapes and that you can build with. It's the final countdown. Oh, Chilson, that's not awesome, man. role-playing games can be really, really fun. Especially the nude ones. Heyo! I doubt you and your role-playing nerd friends are gonna do it in the nude. So, such a loaded statement. Nerd friends. How rude of me. Hey, Eternal Lady, how's it going? You gonna go watch Avengers, Gizjex? Oh, that's awesome, man. I wanna go see that too. JP, oh, 40K? Oh, that's awesome, man. I love that world. It's really, really cool. And I think their story, I think, there's a documentary about Games Workshop people, which is really, really cool. 40K is from Games Workshop, right? I'm not mistaken by that. It was like created by some dudes in a warehouse, more or less. They were like, let's do this thing, and they just kind of were interested by it, and they were the first to start importing. Not sure really, but it's a really cool documentary. JP, I have a home office. I have a second studio for Opus. The Opus main office is in London. You know, where the business happen. And then I got a second studio here, where my the what's it called, the nitty gritty happens. All that hard work. And if I need to come over, I'll come over. You know, if we need to fly to some client, we fly to some client. But the day-to-day business I have in my second studio here. Hey Tormod, happy Friday, sir. Yeah, man. Opus Arts is it's um it's an interesting little studio. It's like not big at all in the sense of staff, but the staff is ninjas, which is, you know, fun. A bunch of highly skilled assassins or assassin apprentices. 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 Yes. Apprentices. Man, talk about stupid brain. Mm. What is the correct apprentices? Apprentices? Henchman. Hey, Zootin, how's it going? Minions. Yeah, there we go. Ninja minions. Oh man, god damn it. Yeah, we currently hired someone, or we're in the process of hiring someone. Some new ninja. Apprentice ninja. Apprentice princess? Apprentice princesses? No. I don't believe you. I think you're lying. Liar. You are lying. It's not called apprentice princesses. Apprentice princesses. No. You lie. JP, well, you won't get better by saying that you wish that someday you would get better. Hard work pays off, man. Do it. Do it. Do it. get good. Uh, you're available, Gria? Awesome. Parenthesis, Torvald. We're all parentheses. Sisses. Oh man. You know, I almost hired Kuru for Opus. Our very own Kuru. But in the end, I did not approach him. You know why? Because he's inside uni. I don't want to steal him from uni. Education or follow through is very important. But he's definitely ready, Kuru, our very own Kuru, to work. It's just consistency and mileage, practice stuff. But he's good. Kuru is actually a good designer when it comes to fantasy. I was contemplating on stealing him from uni, but that would be nice. Time will come when he'll be ready, and then I will steal him. Like a child. What's it called? Not kidnapper. Snatcher? Child snatcher? No, what's it called? Like in kids' stories when there's like boogeyman, he's a snatcher, you know, but not child snatcher, kid snatcher, baby snatcher. There we go. Oh yeah, I do, Brunos. That was so inappropriate. No, we look for because we are a small team. Um, there is fixed positions of senior, junior, and apprentice, newbie. Hey, student colorophobia. Welcome, man. We look for everything, but usually what happens is that when we're ready to hire someone, we look for the spots that needs to be filled. But generally, our approach is to not necessarily young, but young in the industry. And when there's a young artist in the sense of mileage, not age, and we see potential in them that we can shape them into like a multifaceted ninja. We tend to hire those rather than like already grown up, artistically grown up person. That usually the problem with that is that they don't bend that well. They can't switch styles that easily because a lot of more senior artists that isn't doing what we are doing to the same caliber in the sense of switching styles all the time. They have a really hard time adapting. And if you disregard skill set and just by the like ability to adapt, there's too set in their ways usually. So what we're looking for is young, skilled artists that we can train to be able to swap styles. So that means drilling lots of fundamentals, lots of theory about design and so on. But I think like artists that have worked for us and moved on is a testament to our way of doing art. That all of them are lead or senior or art directors now. Everyone that has worked with us that has changed studios. Each and every single artist is now lead or senior or art director. Eternal 80. Yeah, I mean that's like that's what I'm saying. Like if you're skilled, um, and you have the right mindset, it doesn't matter what like age you have, or how technically skilled you are, because skill in the sense of moving your hand is just mileage. You just need to practice it, and you'll get better at it. But that eye for shapes, that eye for design, some people have it, some people don't. You can definitely teach it, but you can see the difference between someone who understands it better than someone who doesn't understand it, and that's just imitating what's cool. We don't want imitators at our studio. Um, there has to be originality, but flexibility. So like a Mobius, a Mobius type character. We would have definitely loved working with Mobius when he was alive, but we couldn't use Mobius for anything else than one project, right? He would be perfect fit for one project, and then what? Like work on Halo? No. Work on Destiny? No. You know, what could he actually do other than his stuff that's really really good? That's the kind of thinking we have, that you gotta be flexible but have basic understanding of design and art and your own style, so that you can switch it up, you can alter it, you can adapt, and give the client what they need while designing stuff that you are happy with. So it's a balance there that a lot of studios don't have, in the sense in what we do. A lot of people at studios, they have this kind of my way or the highway mentality, where they steamroll the client. We don't. We kind of want to collaborate, make it more fun. So how you train design, Chilstrand, or I mean, there's basics of design. Uh, how you train. How you use visual cues, how you technically design, the theory of like spaces and negative spaces, uh, value, all these things, very technical stuff. And then when it comes to switching styles, if you have a strong understanding of designing concept art, what makes a cool concept art, or what makes a good character or a nice environment. It doesn't matter if you do it line art or if you do it with painterly brushstrokes. In that sense, the good painting will always be a good painting, or design. I mean, Chilson. Well, it's basic understanding of what you're doing, right? So let's say, look at my portfolio. How many paintings in there have I just copied someone else's creations? Like even my fan art is my take on it, is my spin on it, is my design, right? And look at, don't want to name names, but there's artists out there that draws the same style, let's say mix, over and over and over again. There's no, like, there's always one who's really good at it that comes up with something cool that becomes standard, and then everyone else copies that standard because that's what they think uh, it should look like. As an example, Aaron Beck, right? Let me show Aaron Beck stuff. Some of you probably know. This stuff, right? He came out set the standard of like what mechs should look like many years ago, right? And everyone was like, "Oh shit, that's so awesome! I want to do it like Beck does it." Right? He has his own specific style, his own specific flavor. You know, he loves the square gun head. Uh, and he kind of set the tone. Like he worked on obviously Black Ops, Call of Duty. He worked on what's that, Chappie. I think he did on this movie. What's it called, Elysium? You know, he set a specific style of sci-fi, like punk, right? Like sci-fi punk, you could almost say. And his style, you know, he understood how to do it well, and now go, search for a sci-fi mecha or a cyborg. Majority of every Google hit you'll have something that looks like Aaron Beck's work, or Deus Ex, or manga like Ghost in the Shell. That's it. Because it's about trends, right? Someone that did it right, and it caught on. Everyone has seen it, and everyone appreciates it. So all the people that want to kind of catch up with the industry, they look at the leader, right? The one that has the most attention, because they're in fashion at the time. But what they don't realize is that that work is old, that's many years old. And Aaron Beck, even though his images are circulating the internet now, and everyone's like, "Whoa, shit, Aaron Beck, he's the shit." He painted those paintings 4 years ago, 3 years ago, or more. Do you think he loves painting his robots the same thing if he would paint a robot tomorrow? Or do you think he's moved on from that style and kind of added his own flavor, completely different flavor? Or do you think that him now is scared of changing? If he changes his style, will he lose his fame? Will people not care about him doing fantasy art? Because then he can't design the same way. Like he struck gold with that sci-fi style, right? Yeah, Eternal Lady, definitely. I mean, it's a deliberate path they've taken with Blizzard style. It's calculated. It is. It is based on a former artist. I think he passed, if I'm not mistaken. So they're kind of giving tribute to the style, the original style that was loved from the earlier games, and they kind of just evolved it. There's nothing wrong with it, but everyone that loves it are copying it, while the people at Blizzard, they're actually, pushing the envelope in their own pace. But that work that they're pushing is old when we see it, and when everyone starts monkeying after. GX, well, design is harder to learn and to get really good at, that kind of fingertip feeling of what works and doesn't work. Rendering, you can learn. I can make you render really well in 3 months. you know, give you some drills, give you paint overs every day on whatever you do, and in 3 months you'll render really well. Or won't be a problem. But teaching you design, what you like as an artist, how do I make you care about shapes? I can teach you what I like. I can teach you how I like the shapes. But then you're not teaching yourself to design, right? You're designing based on what I tell you to do, and that's incorrect. You gotta. I can teach you the theory. I can show you what works and doesn't work in what you do, which decisions you've made as an artist by leaning on design theory and my mileage, saying, all right, this is what I think is not working. You should probably change this, or the shapes doesn't work there. Blah blah blah. You know. JPX, yeah, painting is definitely coming back. Like the painterly stuff is definitely coming back. Uh, but also the 3D work, the use of 3D and ZBrush, etc., is coming more and more complicated. So the gap goes like painterly style goes this way, 3D goes this way, but the further they travel each way, the more complicated they become. The more skill you need. While indie or mobile games are in the center, and they're just kind of getting shit from both ends. Hey, Captain Bounce! Thank you, Captain Bounce. Yeah, I'm trying to finalize my entries for the Wild West challenge, but I'm up against the clock a little bit. I think I'm gonna have to stream over the weekend, um, trying to get stuff down. Uh, it's not looking good though. Studio colorophobia. Well, no, not really. Some love, of course. Some love is always appreciated. But that comes, again, like my previous ArtStation challenge entries was all line art, and it's arbitrary, whatever style, because it's all about design anyways. So now I'm weighing in this painterly style. Obviously, I have to pay attention to brush marks. In the line art style I used last time I need to consider line weight or distribution of lines and cleanliness, and each problem has its own challenge in presentation and so on, and that's something you learn at Opus, is like the flexibility to jump between styles, which is mandatory to learn, or you're gonna have a really hard time making clients happy and Opus happy. But luckily, because we are focusing on design uh, and adaptive to style, luckily we can influence the clients a lot to be happy with our native style, because we're always trying to like bridge the gap between what the client wants style wise and design wise versus what we think is tasty, so it becomes like a collaboration. No, which is fun. That's awesome, JP. Much appreciated. Thank you very much. For that, I'm going to throw you some gang signs. The 30-minute warm-up posse or something. I don't know. I'm from Sweden. There's no gangs in Sweden. It's all middle of the road stuff. Even the gangsters in Sweden, they're like social security gangsters. Oh yeah, there are definitely gangs in Sweden, right? They should all they should all go to US and spend some time in the ghetto there. And then they're like, oh, okay, I like Sweden. They think they are gangs in Sweden. Little do they know. But then there's criminals, like proper criminals, obviously. There's criminals in every land, in every country, and those you gotta be careful with. Tar mode, yeah, yeah, it's interesting. I mean, they go on like the one of the most famous gangsters, like gangster rappers, go on like breakfast morning show and talk about like how his hard life while sipping on coffee. It's like, all right, all right, all right, fella, calm down. Okay, uh, time is up. Do I have any lovely people doing artsy stuff? Okay, she's doing emotes. Not interesting. She's painting a unicorn. Not interesting. Creative. Let's see. Let's see who's doing what on creative. Who can we raid? It's this person doing sand art again. It's like forever. Vision painting for partnership. What are they painting? Painting props. Logo. Oh lord, look at those boobs. And this looks pretty cool. Kinda. Stephanie Brown. This looks pretty cool too. Even though it's a bit TNA. Oh, there's me. Ho ho, yeah. Alright. Nah, nothing. Let's go with this one. 1D Tran. Have a fantastic day. I will most likely stream over the weekend to try to catch up with the ArtStation challenge. So just keep your eyes on my social media or hit follow notifications on top so you get notified when I go live. It will be for over the weekend for sure. I'm gonna try to get it done. Uh, all right. Have a good one, everyone. Let's see what this 1D Tran has to offer. Uh, have a great Friday. Thanks everyone for coming. Much appreciated. Bye.